What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to SteveBussaGS. We got another score reaction for y'all, and you already know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, yo, GSGang, we here from a place to hate. It's time to hate, baby. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I've been waiting on this one. This is not here for critique. We are not here for criticism. We are not here to better the culture or the end. No, we're here to hate, motherfucker. That's it. Fuck Frank White. That's why we're doing this. Frank White is so mean to me, just consistently. Every single time I've ever had a battle, he's been involved in the face-offs. All he do is talk shit, and I'm here because I'm bitter. Right? I'm not here to talk about all the good shit that he's done for the culture, how he's given space battlers a chance to perform live and put money back in people's pockets for the culture. Like, I'm not here to talk about none of the good shit. None of that. I'm hating because this motherfucker retired before I had a chance to fucking cook him after he done spent so many hours talking shit on me, which I done shut down every single time I performed. But anyway, alright, so he retired, so I got all these dumbass Frank White bars that I gotta go try and find somebody with a similar name to fucking use. Then, fast forward to be in a space, and I'm jamming, they playing some music, and that shit was fire, and then they gonna turn around and say it was Frank White, and I got fucking bitter, because I thought at least his music would be trash, and I could talk shit, and I got fucking mad and petty, and now we hear the shit on this. So I hope this isn't good. I hope this is terrible. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, but like, fuck Frank White, though. That's what we here for, god damn it. For those of you who don't know, Frank White is a dope battle MC in the spaces. He's since, put together a bunch of programs, done a lot of cool shit. But we just here to shit on him. So let's get into it. Do me a favor. Run the gauntlet. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. A little bell notification guy. Let's eat, man. I'll tell you what. We're going to do this, though. Frank White currently has 72 subscribers. That I can see right now on YouTube. And that makes sense, because I can't even think of 72 people who would fucking be able to stand this motherfucker. But we're going to do this Go Subscribe Sunday way. So if you guys end up liking this, I will do the same thing. If the track is dope, we're going to subscribe live while we're checking this out so we can try and get the numbers up. If it's dope. If it's not, leave mean comments. By all means, he can take it. Trust me. But if it is dope, we're going to go try and boost the numbers. So if you tap in with this, you end up liking the track. Make sure you guys hit subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's see what it's hitting for. First of all, blink twice if you need help, because there's no way whoever this is associated with him and she's not being held captive. I refuse to acknowledge that. Looking for Love featuring Lina Marie. I'm not sure if that's Lina Marie, but shout out to you for this. Let's go.
La, la, la. You know out there there's a right one. You'll be with the wrong one when the sun goes down and the night come. You've been looking for love.
Okay.
Searching in all the wrong places.
Look, it don't mean nothing. Hard carry. Lina Marie hard carry. I'm calling it out. This sounds super professional. This is like studio quality work right off the bat. Beat drop was fucking fire. Music theory seems to be on point so far. Bring this back. I don't know what I was expecting. But this sound, I don't know, I was expecting him to be on some like 2006 Green Lantern beat where they still have all the DJ cuts on. I wasn't expecting no professionals. Alright, I see you, my guy. Let's go.
La, la, la. You know out there there's a right one. You'll be with the wrong one when the sun goes down and the night come. You've been looking for love.
Her pitch control is really good. Listen to like how she's using the tone of her voice to kind of carry the music theory and keep you locked in so it doesn't just become like background noise. She got main character energy. I fuck with that.
Yeah. Searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love.
Just keep looking.
Waking up to all these different faces.
Close my eyes, remain awake. Wake up to the same mistake. Heartbreak, hotel seems to be the safest place. F for Virgin Mary, chase the strip.
Alright, look, that's kind of a bar. Look, if you ever ran the gauntlet, you ever been through the shit, them hotel nights be some of the quietest, most wholesome nights of your fucking life. It started off nasty, there's melted chocolate everywhere and your wife's upset, but the peace that comes along with it, that's a bar. That's a real life shit. Sometimes hotels do be feeling like the safest place in your life when everything outside of that shit is crazy, and she goes home to her husband, you go home to your jaunt, and happy Tuesday, you know what I'm saying?
Just keep looking.
Waking up to all these different faces.
close my eyes, remain awake, wake up to the same mistake. Heartbreak, hotel, seems to be the safest place. F for Virgin Mary, chase the stripper with amazing grace. This is lust, tip it up, give them bucks to give it up. Different chicks, switch them up, this one got a bigger butt. Don't know what I'm giving up, dying slow, I live it up. Will I worry? Never. Exes falling out of love, she remember falling in, I wonder were we ever?
You've been looking for love, searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love.
All right, so there's something to point out real quickly here. There's definitely this doesn't feel like headphone music. The loudness, the bigness, the depth of it all definitely sounds like this is like a concert song. Like this sounds like you blasting this into like a wide open space and some shit. Like I'm seeing like a live performance while I'm listening to it. It's got that kind of like big stage vibe to it. It could help like her voice is carrying that too. Like the way that she carries her runs definitely gives you that kind of like really big impact feel. The verse right off the bat, I think, you know, he's definitely tapping in with the idea of the immaturity that comes along with it, just chasing superficial things, you know what I'm saying? Like throw a couple bucks, this, that, and third. Kind of contradicts the idea of looking for love. Most of the time when you're going through those type of scenarios and that's the section of your life that you're not really looking for love. You're usually looking for an escape from the mundane. You're usually looking for an escape from the nagging that is your regular day-to-day life. You're looking, it's escapism, right? It's a drug in and of itself when you start getting into that new face every fucking week type shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting. It's interesting. Let's keep going. I'm gonna find something trash about this. I like this a lot so far, though.
You've been looking for love, waking up to all these different faces. You've been looking for love, searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love.
I almost feel like the intense instrumentation here is taken away from her voice. Like her voice is good enough that it could have carried without all of that. It almost feels like it's masking it, doing her an injustice on this.
All these different faces.
I say, remember when we used to say forever, ever, baby? People call her Miss Right, I never met the lady. She's the one I'm searching for, got me out here flirting more. Exes wanna beef, and when they speaking, I'm a heard before. I ignore them furthermore, what they say I've heard before. Heartbroken, picking up the pieces down to hurt some more. No pain, no...
Alright, the herbivore line was cheesy as shit. Not beefing with my ex, we get you. You're better than that. The follow-up though, broken, picking down the pieces down to hurt some more. That was fucking fire. Let's pull back the trash line so we can focus on that some more and then we'll keep going.
Exes wanna beef, and when they speaking, I'm a heard before. I ignore them furthermore, what they say I've heard before. Heartbroken, picking up the pieces down to hurt some more. No pain, no gain, I ain't playing no games. Baby, you the one for me, I ain't saying no names. You accept me just the way I am.
That's such a scumbag move. That's how you know, like, that's when you, like, you're trying to come out of that life, but you're really not trying to come out of that life because, like, you know for a fact that if you just say that, you leave it a little vague. Like, there's at least 3 Johns that are going to be like, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. And then you just, like, you don't have to copy and paste the text. Just knocks it all out at once. You ain't shit. I respect it. But, like, game peep game, you know what I'm saying?
Games, baby, you the one for me. I ain't saying no names. You accept me just the way I am, unconditional. Like the way your values intertwine with all my principles. Love's the kind of drug that make a man feel invincible. Your woman either makes you feel major or minuscule, and it can turn biblical. Samson and Delilah, the perfect woman always sees a man as a provider, enhancing his ambition, she granting his desires. Yeah, she got his back, but he's standing right beside her.
You've been looking for love, searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love, waking up to all these different faces. You've been looking.
Sit her vocal track right above this beat, and this would be like such a perfect fucking hook. The impact there, though, the transition from the verse into the hook right there was super fucking dope right there. I felt that way more than last time. Something about, like, I don't know, I feel like the build up until this point, the explosion was a better fit for that segment of the song right there. I was really feeling it. And then it does kind of give me that still drowned out, like, singing karaoke over the fucking verse instead of over the beat, instead of it being like mixed and mastered and letting her vocals sit on top of it. She needs to shine a little bit more on this from a production standpoint. Music theory standpoint, though, the transition right there into the hook, like I felt the explosion into the hook that time. Like that was much better that time.
for love, searching Searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love, waking up to all these different faces. La la la, you know out there's a right one. You'll be with the wrong one when the sun goes down and the night come. La la.
Hurtful? Assumptive?
You know out there's a right one. You'll be with the wrong one when the sun goes down and the night come. You've been looking for love, searching in all the wrong places. Waking up to all these different faces. You've been looking for love, searching in all the wrong places. You've been looking for love, waking up to all these different faces. I know you're searching for love, for love, for love.
That was fire. Yo, those runs at the end there. Lina Marie, I see you. Let's go. That was impressive. That was really, really dope, really powerful. I don't know why she's slumming it around with somebody like Frank White, but they did that. They did that shit together. That was fire. That was dope. That was dope. Let's pull it up. Let's go to the scorecard. Let's break it down. Let's see what we really felt about it. We'll find some opportunity to shit on it here somewhere, I'm sure. So we're going to be brand new to everybody involved here. If you're new to the channel, don't normally check us out. You got to catch at least 3 of them in order for me to be a fan of you on the channel. Look, it's a solid 1 for 1. It's a, like, personal bias, hate, and shit like that aside. He went to work on this. They went to work on this one. Super cohesive from front to end. I think the theme was fairly consistent throughout. Target audience for this one, absolutely, 100%. I'm down for this. It's not quite in my scumbag R&B bag, but it was knocking on the door. It was very, very close to it. Proper setting for this. I still think this is like, I'm putting concert. I still feel like, especially with how powerful her vocals were towards the end, the way the build up brings to the chorus, like, this is meant to be done live. I could see him performing this at like a fucking Coachella type shit, and just everybody on their fucking feet just going crazy. Like, it doesn't seem like the concept definitely feels like more of a dark room music type shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about my exes, talking about trying to find love, waking up to different faces. You expect it to be more mellow, more like constrained. You know what I'm saying? Give me like some rain clouds in the background type shit. But instead, they transformed it and decided to take this into like what feels like a performative track, what feels like something that's meant to be in front of a live audience and get everybody like on their fucking feet with it. And I think they accomplished that. If that was the goal, was to create that type of vibe or something that can be performed live and shit like that, I think they smashed it. Bars or lyrics, I don't necessarily agree with everything that was said. When it comes to relationships, when it comes to like the dichotomy of a track like this, where you're going to be talking about, you know, at one point like the personal struggles, things that you're going through, and then kind of like flipping it on them, like, I wasn't really upset. Like, there's a lot of different segments that you could talk about with this that I feel like some of those individual topics you could have made like an entire song about it in and of itself. You know what I mean? The herbivore line was pretty cheesy. I get that these type of tracks aren't necessarily being catered towards your battle rap community audience. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a little bit more watered down. But I would have did without that. Overall, it was solid. I give it like a 21 out of 25. The delivery of vocals. First of all, her shit was fire. She gets 1,000 out of 1,000 on the vocals. Absolutely killed it. Lina Marie is not a name I will be forgetting anytime soon. His vocals and delivery, I think it was a good contrast. He didn't try to outshine her. It didn't seem like they were fighting for a spotlight or nothing like that. The tonality and pitch of his voice that came on definitely seemed to complement her, kind of let her be the star on the hook, didn't try to compete with it, and then brought you down like, cool, that got your energy up, that got you where you needed to be mentally. Now I'm going to talk to you. Now, nothing that he said sounded like hyperbole or anything like that. Definitely sounded like all of this could have been pulled from personal life experiences. You're going to get extra points for that. I give it a solid 23 out of 25. 23 out of 25. Beat selection. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 15, and that's only because I do feel as though it's a gamble. It's a risk. When you take something that traditionally would be a topic that would be considered darkroom music. You are always going to have the purists like myself who are like, man, I want to be able, when I'm thinking about relationships and shit like this from this perspective, I want to be able to get in my sappy bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily, like, I'm not going to listen to this song if I'm not in a car with the windows open now. It's too big. It's too powerful. It doesn't fit the criteria in my life, the circumstances around me listening to music that would want me to listen to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm going to listen to relationship music, I want it to be when I'm sad, when it's fucking in a dark room and shit like that. This music is too good to be listened to in that environment. Like, this needs to be played in wide open areas, in my opinion. That's how I'm taking away from it. Sound quality or mixing, again, I'm probably like a 12 out of 15. I really think the only place where the ball was dropped is on her vocal track with the hook. It definitely feels like you have this fucking nuclear bomb of a talented artist. You know what it was? It's probably Frank White hating on her. He probably heard the vocals, was like, this is too good. Went to the engineer and was like, fuck her shit up a little bit so she don't shit. That's what happened. That's what happened. 12 out of 15 though. Effectiveness. Does this make you want to check out more from them? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I definitely want to check out some of the older stuff too. I think they work really well together. I would be interested to hear individual tracks from them. So yeah, I would give that a 10 out of 10. Enjoyability, probably like a solid 7. I would give it a solid 7 out of 10. 83. 83 out of 100. That's my score. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Before we do that, hold up. I'm a subscribe. Look. Even though I'm hating, if you guys like this, you should go and hit the subscribe button. There's no reason not to. Everything, like, this was a very, very good track. Regardless of, you know, whether or not it's making it onto your personal playlist, the bars were there, the cohesiveness was there, the music was fucking dope, her vocal tracks were impeccable. Like, this was fire. Go throw my guy a subscription if you guys enjoyed this. As always, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I will catch y'all on the next one. Let's go.